Good morning. Thank you all for joining. We're going to give just a few moments to clear the waiting room. As a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are presenting or providing testimony before the board. Good morning. This is a hearing before the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. Today's hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. Before I review procedural matters, I will introduce Chairwoman of the Board, Kathleen Joyce.
Morning, my name is Kathleen Joyce. I'm Chair of the Boston Licensing Board, and today I'm joined by Commissioner Liam Curran and Commissioner Kiana Saxon.
Thank you very much. Please ensure that your audio and visuals are working properly if you will be presenting to the board. We'll call each item in the order that it appears on this morning's agenda. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You'll make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the chair and commissioners. Following questions, there will be an opportunity for testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. For members of the public wishing to provide testimony, please limit your testimony to 2 minutes, and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. Begin with the top of this morning's agenda, calling items 1 and 2 together. The Lennox Hotel LLC, located at 65 Exeter Street, is item number 1. Holder of a common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to change the DBA of the licensed business to Willow and Ivy in the Irving at the Lennox. And item number 2, same licensee, Lennox Hotel LLC, doing business as Lennox Hotel at 61 to 69 Exeter Street. Holder of an in-holder all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to change the DBA of the licensed business to the Lennox Hotel and Sweeney's on Boylston. Attorney Kristen Scanlon. Attorney Scanlon.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Attorney Green, Kristen Scanlon for the licensees. Just a couple brief housekeeping matters for you this morning to correctly reflect the DBAs on both these licenses to the latest chosen names for the food and beverage outlets within the hotel. First being Willow and Ivy. It was initially listed in the conditions on the licenses Juniper and Ivy, but they've changed the name recently to Willow and Ivy, which is one of their newly rebranded food and beverage outlets. It's a neighborhood eatery serving breakfast, brunch, and dinner. Secondly, on that same license was the Irving at the Lennox, which is this bar located in the center of the lobby, which is an upscale cocktail bar serving drinks and light bites. And third, obviously, the DBA will stay the Lennox Hotel, but in addition to that, on the in-holder license, keeping with the Irish pub theme of the previous tenant operator, is Sweeney's on Boylston, which serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Other than that, the name changes, there are no other changes proposed to either license.
Thank you. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon.
I have no questions. Thank you.
None from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on these matters? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 3, Barcelona South End LLC, doing business as Barcelona, located at 525 Tremont Street. Holder of a common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Brandon Cartagena to Alexander Falconer. Who's present on behalf of the applicant? Is anybody on behalf of Barcelona, or is
I am sorry, I'm here. Alex.
Thank you for being with us. I'm just going to ask you to start your video if that's possible.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Mr. Falconer, are you a citizen?
Yes.
Are you a resident of Massachusetts?
Yes.
What is your experience in the food and beverage industry?
I have been working in restaurants for almost 30 years.
Okay. In what capacity?
In the kitchen, I'm a chef.
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes.
All right. With that, I have no other questions. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
I have no questions. Thank you.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Yes, thank you, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Sydney. I'm from Councillor Flynn's office, and Councillor Flynn would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you for being with us, Mr. Falconer.
Thank you.
Calling item number 4, Wonder Boston LLC, doing business as Wonder Museum, located at 2 Avenue de Lafayette. Holder of a general on-premise wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Giancarlo Natale to Skylar Mussey, who is present on behalf of the applicant.
Hi, we're both present here. I'm Giancarlo. We're proposing to change the manager from Wonder Boston LLC, and Skylar Mussey is here as well to answer some questions.
Thank you both for joining us. Ms. Mussey, are you a citizen or do you have work authorization?
Yes, I'm a citizen.
Okay. Are you a resident of the Massachusetts?
Yes.
What is your experience in the food and beverage industry?
I've been an event coordinator and assistant general manager for years.
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board, the ABCC, the laws of the Commonwealth pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. With that, I have no questions. Commissioner Curran or Saxon?
I have no questions. Thank you.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Yes, thank you, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Sydney. I'm from Councillor Flynn's office, and Councillor Flynn would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Calling item number 5, Bonchon Alston LLC, located at 101 to 123 Brighton Ave in Alston. Holder of a common victular 7-day wines and malt beverages license has petitioned to change the classification of its license to a wines, malt beverages, and liqueurs license pursuant to the authority contained in Chapter 481 of the Acts of 1993. The applicant secondly has petitioned for a change of officers, directors, LLC managers, and lastly has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Kwakli Win to Hossein Pasha Vasegi, who is present on behalf of the applicant.
Hi, good morning. My name is Christian Lee, and I'm the district manager for the company.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Lee. First question I would have is the proposed manager of record on with us, Mr. Vasegi?
No, he's not.
Okay, we will not, the board would not be able to approve him without his presence here. If it is possible to have him join, we could take this item later in the hearing, or potentially if he could get on tomorrow morning before the board votes.
I can hold off and reach him right now and tell him to, I could send him the email and tell him to log in. Is that okay?
That would be great. In that case, we will take a second call and come back to this item at the end of the hearing.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Calling item number 6, Dining Innovation Massachusetts, Inc., doing business as Tsuru Tan, located at 512 Commonwealth Ave. Holder of a common victular 7-day wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license has petitioned to transfer the license from the above to UMNVAG Kenmore LLC at the same location. Michael Jamin, manager, 2 a.m. closing hour. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the proposed transferee. Excuse me, with me is Michael Jamin, the proposed manager of record. This is a scenario which, of course, the board has seen many times in the recent past of a landlord property owner seeking control back of the asset in return for unpaid rent and other fees at the location. Mr. Jamin has been an approved manager of record for similar situations in the recent past. He's with us this morning. This is a situation where they will quickly be looking for a new operator and will be back in front of the board for a transfer out to that operator in hopefully the near future. And that's the entirety of the matter. Thank you.
Thank you, attorney. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Jammond. So as your attorney said, you've already been approved by this board. With that, I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
I have no questions. Thank you.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 7, Santu and Sabuj Market, Inc., doing business as Santu and Sabuj Market, located at 1595 to 1609 Blue Hill Ave in Mattapan, has applied for a retail package store wines and malt beverages license to be exercised on the above. Premise known as 1597 Blue Hill Ave in Mattapan. Approximately 1,551 square feet on one level of a shared building with single entrance and exit. Entrance-exit is standalone from other businesses, has 2 aisles lined with stand-up shelves. There's an office in the rear and a register countertop on the left as you walk in the door. Manager Sabuj Barua, closing time 10 p.m. Who's present on behalf of the applicant?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Commissioner. My name is Sabuj Barua. I am the owner of the Santu and Sabuj Market at 1597 Blue Hill Avenue.
Great. Thank you for being with us. If you could please briefly present the proposed concept to the board.
Sure, I am applying for wine and beer license for the city because of in the Mattapan, Grand Mattapan community. When they came to my store, they love this my store, and my store is very different than all other stores. And my customer came, they asked me that why did not apply for the wine and beer license, so we can get all the items in one places. So then I am applied for the wine and beer license, especially for the lot of Caribbean people is live there, in Trinidadian people, Jamaican, Haitian, and Spanish people also. And I would like to do it specifically for the Caribbean people for the specific item to sell for the my store and wine and beer license.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Barua. So I understand you sell very specific Caribbean groceries. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
And will you continue to sell those groceries even
Yes.
with the addition of beer and wine?
Yes, I will, definitely.
And could you tell me a little bit about how much of your store square footage you're going to use for the sale of beer and wine? Are you going to be removing any grocery options, or what's the floor plan like, and how are you going to account for adding beer and wine?
Oh, well, I'm going to put it a small portion of the wine and beer license for specific for the Caribbean people, and different than all other stores. What we have it nearby, and like I can say approximately very small portion of this wine and beer. And you asked me for the square feet, probably like 200 to 300 square feet, not so long, within like small portion of this wine and beer license.
Okay. So it's going to be a very limited shelf space. So I guess and you may have already submitted this, but I'd like to follow up. I haven't had a chance to review the application in its entirety, but I will. I just would like to see a floor plan, and on the floor plan, have it marked out where the beer and wine is going to be.
Sure, definitely I can do that, of course.
Okay, and should you get this license, in the event that we vote to approve this license, we ask that you leave a copy of the floor plan on location out front. Should an inspector come in, they could walk around with the floor plan and say, this is where the beer should be, this is where the wine should be, this is where the groceries should be, so that any changes to that would have to come back. So if you say you're going to have X amount of square feet right now for beer and wine, and you want to increase that in any way, you'd have to come back for our approval. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you our standard manager of record questions.
Sure.
Are you a citizen, or do you have work authorization?
I am US citizenship.
Okay. Do you live in Massachusetts?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Yes, I used to work in Encore, Harbour, Boston Casino. I'd been as a supervisor 2 years in food and beverage. And yes, and then after that, I start to open up my own business. Thank
Okay, thank
And I
you.
used to work in different country also, which is called Trinidad and Tobago. I am very familiar to the Caribbean country, and I love this. And I have experience also in different country as well, food and beverage.
Okay, so are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board and the ABCC and the laws of the Commonwealth
Yes,
around
yes,
alcohol
yes,
sales?
I am absolutely yes.
All right, with that, I have no questions. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you?
Not at this time. Thank you.
No questions from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information on the community process. ONS had hosted a butters meeting for this proposal on February 20th. It was lightly attended. There was one resident who identified herself from Rexford Street who voiced support for this proposal. The applicant then went on to meet with the Greater Mattapan Neighborhood Council, which I understand that Neighborhood Council was in opposition. They expressed that they felt there's already so many options to buy alcohol in Mattapan Square, and were concerned about the addition of another storefront. With that, defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Are there any other elected officials or their representatives who would like to testify before we move to members of the general public? Okay, are there any individuals who would like to testify? I see a hand raised from Wally Valdez. Mr. Valdez, you may please provide your testimony.
Thank you to the board for the opportunity to make our comments. My name is Wally Valdez. I'm the president and CEO of Mattapan Community Health Center located at 1575 Blue Hill Avenue. We've always been on record of supporting our local businesses and helping to make Mattapan thrive. Our concern is the proximity. We offer substance use disorder programs, and this is in very close proximity to those programs and to those individuals who are seeking assistance to make changes in their lives, and also voicing our concern just with the saturation of access points, alcohol access points all along Blue Hill Ave, and also other points that are in close proximity to the health center. So again, we support our local businesses, but the concern is to the programs that we're offering. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Following testimony, are there any further questions from the board on this matter?
I have no questions.
Okay, thank you. With that, the board will take this matter under advisement. Thank you very much. I do see we have been joined by the proposed manager of record on item number 5. So we will wrap that up before we move on to new license applications. So calling back into the record, item number 5, Bonchon Alston LLC, located at 101 to 123 Brighton Ave in Alston, holder of a common victualler, 7 Day Wines and Malt Beverages license, has petitioned to change the classification of its license to a wine, malt beverages, and liqueurs license. Has petitioned for a change of officers, directors, LLC managers, and has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Kwakli Win to Hossein Pasha Vasegi, who's present on behalf of the applicant. I see Mr. Lee and Mr. Vasegi with us. So if you could please present the proposed changes to the board.
Yes, hi, my name is Christian. I'm with Bonchon, and Pasha is the general manager of the Bonchon at 123 Brighton Avenue. We're looking to change. He is the general manager who we are proposing to change onto the license. And also we're looking to add to our beer and wine license the cordial, the core license to better enhance our Korean food with the flavored soju items that the cordial license will provide us.
Okay, I'm just taking some notes. Okay, how long have you been operating with the beer and wine license?
At Bonchon itself, ma'am?
Yes.
From Bonchon itself is I believe about over 8 years.
Okay.
I've been with the company for 3.
Okay, and it's your testimony today that the addition of the liqueurs license will enhance the menu items you have?
Yes. We're a Korean fried chicken place, and soju is a Korean item. We're looking to add the cordial license in order to add the flavored um, soju so we can make flavored cocktails.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Visigi, I'm sorry, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yes,
Um,
ma'am. You can call me Pasha if you like.
Okay, thanks for joining us. I'm just going to go over the standard manager of record questions. We ask everyone who appears before us applying for a change of manager. Are you a citizen or do you have work authorization?
Work authorization, boss.
Great. Do you live in Massachusetts?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Yes, over 22 years.
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. I have no questions. I want to see if Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon have any questions.
I do not. Thank you.
No questions from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify in this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any individuals at all who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Calling item number 8.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Calling item number 8, the Weston Way LLC, located at 300 Warren Street in Roxbury, has applied for a common victual or 7-day all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above 1,720 square foot restaurant space located on the first floor of a mixed-use building with 1 entrance and 3 exits, main dining area in front of space with tables and seating for approximately 180, bar with seating for approximately 11. Kitchen and rear of space, along with 2 restrooms and 2,250 square feet of storage in the basement for storage only. Manager Clayton Weston, closing time 2 a.m. Who's present on behalf of the applicant?
Good morning, sir. Mr. Green, I am present.
Perfect. Mr. Weston, thanks for being with us. If you could please present your proposed concepts to the board.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, board. I'm Clayton Weston, husband, father, lifelong resident of Roxbury. I'm a BPS educator for the past 21 years. 12 of those years, I've served as a teacher at the James P. Middle School in Roxbury. I'm a community organizer, a member of School for More Inc., who do a lot of community organizing and local events for the youth in Roxbury. I'm also a local developer and investor in Roxbury. I also have 24 years of food and beverage industry, of which I'm tip certified and serve safe certified. I find it very important for me to state my reasoning for like my why and what I do for Roxbury and why I believe so much in Roxbury. And it's always been a mission to me to see the people of Roxbury and Boston like presented in a better light. It always has bothered me as a young man to see the negativity that surrounds our local community and to get questions from people from surrounding areas that would ask me, is it really that bad or difficult in Roxbury? And so all of this has driven me to kind of be the person that I've become, which is what I would always say is undo stereotypes and choosing to be a role model for the youths of Roxbury. And so after becoming an assistant principal in Boston Public Schools, I chose to really have a voice for the young people in the community and to help them understand that education really does pay. And so that's what led me to a vision through like the community needs and seeing from all my years of being in the community and understanding that we have no place in our community in Roxbury where we can go and sit and have a nice dinner and have a drink amongst the people within our community and bring people into our community to understand what it is that we offer here in Roxbury. And so due to the fact that I'm pretty heavily invested in the Roxbury community in terms of real estate, I saw a blighted property that has been an eyesore in the community for quite some time, that I saw that could be a nice vision to start bringing some of this to fruition. And so that is where I've had the opportunity to kind of like go through a thorough community process and reflect on all angles. And this is where I am today, where I'm bringing to you the local 02119 restaurant where I could bring some Caribbean infused food to the Roxbury community and members.
Great. Thank you for that explanation. We'll see if the board has any questions for you at this time.
Yeah, thank you. That was really great testimony. Could you expand upon your business plan? Like how many seats you plan on having? Is there a bar? Are you gonna have, full Caribbean infused menu? Tell us a little bit about the actual restaurant and the reason that you are looking for this license.
Okay, so the actual restaurant is going to be the property itself is currently, as it stands, three like commercial spaces on the bottom floor, of which I plan to create that restaurant setting. It will have a full bar of maybe about 11 seats, some booth seating across the window, tables for people to sit. I revised the plan a few times in regards to some community conversation, and so we'll seat about 75 people within the space. It will have a full kitchen. And I'm not sure if I answered everything that you asked.
Tell me a little bit about the menu. I'm taking notes because when it
So,
comes to vote, it would just be helpful.
I am Antiguan descent, and West Indian. So the goal is to create a menu that will have that will cater to the West Indian, like I said, infused food, with some American appetizers and food as well. And just to kind of give we don't have any West Indian restaurants within the Boston community at all. Or I'm not even sure if too many of them in Massachusetts at all, where you can actually sit down and eat with your family, your friends, and the community members. So that is the goal. The menu has not been completely finalized as yet, but that is the idea of it all.
Okay, so it's gonna be a sit-down experience.
Correct.
With a full menu and a bar that seats about 11 people.
Yes, the bar itself will seat about 11 people. There's also, like I said, some booth seating as well as additional table seating and like an elongated high top.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you very much. I don't have any questions. I'll see if Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon have any questions.
Not at this time. Thank you.
None from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify in this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes. Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information in the community process. So our office hosted 2 abutters meetings for this proposal. The first was in August of this past year. The most recent one was January 28th. The first abutters meeting, there were a lot of residents on who expressed concerns over what they thought would be potential impacts on parking availability, noise issues, trash being generated, etc. Also concerns about the concept. Applicant, after hearing that and after reworking some things, represented kind of more of a family style restaurant for the second abutters meeting. There were still some concerns raised regarding, parking as well as other substance abuse issues in the area. There were a number of people on the meeting, though, that were in support in the second abutters meeting, including a member of the assistant advisor for the Suffolk County District Attorney, as well as Senator Liz Miranda sent in support letters. Other residents that were on spoke to the character of the proponent, and also mentioned that there really is not a lot of options of bars in the Roxbury area and thought this would be a good addition. With that information, we will defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other elected officials or their representatives who would like to testify on this matter before we move to general public testimony?
Hi, Danny. This is Kevin Higgins on behalf of Senator Miranda. Hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to come on and convey Senator Miranda's strong support for the applicant. This initiative promises to enhance the community by introducing much needed sit-down dining, promoting local culture through food, and creating a welcoming space for both residents and visitors. Locally inspired lunch menu. It's going to be a beautiful facility with sports screens and community events and a neighborhood hub. And they're really aiming to foster connection and vibrancy in the neighborhood. In addition to revitalizing the property and supporting local suppliers, it's going to provide meaningful employment opportunities for Roxbury residents. And Senator Miranda feels strongly that as a longtime community member, homeowner, BPS member, Clayton's deep roots and thoughtful engagement with the community make this project valuable and worth the board's support. And thank you for your consideration.
Thank you very much. Are there any other elected officials or their representatives who would like to testify on this matter?
Yes, my name is Sean Sedino.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Spino. You'll have up to 2 minutes to provide your testimony.
Yeah, just I'm a local resident of Boston, and I do see this as a plus in regards to our community, our West Indian and Caribbean community, diaspora, as far as this will be a positive thing for our community, based on the fact that we don't have too many options in Boston, as well as in Roxbury or Dorchester or the neighborhoods, and I do see this as a positive thing, positive investment in for the community as well as for the individuals who are putting this together. And I do support it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your testimony. I see a hand raised from Troy. I'm going to ask you to unmute. You'll have up to 2 minutes to provide your testimony. If you could please just identify yourself, and then you can provide your testimony.
Absolutely. My name is Troy Omar Phillip. I am a resident of Boston all my life. I work for Boston Public Schools down in the central office area. And as a person who is of Caribbean descent, there is not a lot of options in the area. Even for food, when I'm going out to lunch, I find myself ordering from Uber Eats. So if the opportunity to have a restaurant is such to go to and sit down, have some food, and go back to work, that'd be amazing for us. I'm also a working in the restaurant industry for over 10 years, being a bartender, bar manager, and I support this idea.
Thank you very much for your testimony. The next hand I see raised is from a Tindy. I'm going to ask you to unmute as well, and you can please provide your testimony. You'll have up to 2 minutes to do so.
Hi, good morning. Hi, my name is Tindy. I am a community member, lifelong resident of Roxbury, specifically in that area that Mr. Weston is trying to establish a restaurant. That space is an eyesore. It has been vacant for decades. I remember walking to school, going to high school, and just wishing that something would be done. There's always going to be potential impacts no matter what establishment is going to go. I believe that this will be a successful establishment. It will create the job opportunities. It will help the community thrive because, as it has been mentioned, we don't have anything in that community. The closest establishment to eat is a McDonald's. So I believe that, this restaurant will foster a positive environment for the community, for family, for visitors of the Boston area, to gather and socialize. So I hope that he receives the votes to get it started. I think it will be good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your testimony. The next hand I see raised is from an iPhone. I'm going to ask you to unmute. If you could please identify yourself, and you'll have up to 2 minutes to provide your testimony.
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, I'm Tony Richards. I'm a long-term resident of the neighborhood. I also run a nonprofit that has been in that area for 35 plus years, basketball program. I started out at the Roxbury YMCA. Clayton was one of my young men at a 8, 9 year old age, and I watched him mature into the man that he is today. And his vision into investing into the Roxbury area has been a proud moment to watch him flourish in that area. My concern or my support in terms of supporting it, just watching the youth that grow up in our city and how they come here, they grow from being residents of Boston, graduate from school, get educated, and then they fly it out. They go into other cities and become greater, start businesses in other cities because Boston, sometimes is a challenging space to get these licenses approved. I think it's an investment. We often, I've had several talks with the mayor, going back to Menino and to the Marty Walsh administration of how do we keep our young adults here in our city to make them feel invested? How do we create social space so these young folks have somewhere to go as well as residents? We don't have a lot of options here in the city, so that's why a lot of times when that social climate isn't warm and inviting, people fly out. They go into other cities and start their families and pour into the investment of other cities. We want to capture a lot of that and remain it to be here in Boston. And I think this is just a vision that Clayton has that can continue that aspect of how do we keep our jewels of our residents here in the city to allow spaces like this vision that he has to be more of, so we're able to have more people invested in the future of Boston. So I just, strongly support his vision, knowing the young man that he is, how he's invested in this city and Roxbury, particularly, to go strongly in favor of this project. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you very much for your testimony. I see another hand raised from Beverly Williams. Ms. Williams, I'm going to ask you to unmute and you may please provide your testimony. You'll have 2 minutes.
Yes, I am a lifelong resident of Boston. I am a retired Boston public school teacher, and that is when I first met Mr. Weston. I taught with him for many years and can speak of his character. I am also a community leader. I am with the Greater Boston Interfaith Organization, and this is what I do. I look for opportunities to uplift our communities, support our communities. I look for opportunities for economic development, for owners, and for the community itself. I can almost guarantee that some of the things that people are talking about, like no parking, trash, and all of that, that Mr. Clayton and his team will make sure that this is a safe, healthy place for people to go to. I don't think that McDonald's should be our family restaurant. I live close by, and when I heard a family restaurant was coming, and I was so happy about it, and found out it was just another fast food joint. And so I really hope that you would positively vote in favor of making sure that this venture of Mr. Clayton's actually becomes a reality for our community.
Thank you very much. That is the last hand I see raised. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Any follow-up questions from the board?
Danny, I have a couple of questions just based upon some of the testimony we had. I wanted to ask Mr. Weston a couple more questions. It sounds like you're still building out your concept. Is that right? The application says 180 people, and today you said probably about 75, which is okay. I'm just trying to figure out where you are in building out this concept.
Very good question, Ms. Joyce. So in the application process, initially I was attempting to do like a sports bar, right? And so that was like a standing capacity, right? Now, and as I told you, I went through with the community and heard their feedback and pivoted to do a restaurant. And so that's more so thinking about seated capacity.
Okay. Is there going to be like a function? Some people mentioned it'll be a place for the community to gather for functions and events. Is there going to be a separate function space?
No, not a separate function space at all.
Okay.
We just utilize the restaurant in that way where we can,
Okay.
maybe political events or, things
Okay.
of that nature.
Okay, I am also the executive director on the entertainment side, so if you don't mind indulging me, are you planning on having live entertainment, a dance floor, applying for that later on? Is this the license you're applying for is until 2 a.m. Are you planning on serving food till 2 a.m.? What's the need for a 2 a.m. license?
So in regards to a dance floor, no, there will be no dance floor area, just all purely a restaurant.
Okay.
I applied for a 2 a.m. license just to not actually like pigeonhole what the community might want or need, right? I don't intend to be going necessarily till 2 a.m. But on the weekends or maybe a holiday weekend, if it is if the community needs that and are still looking for, good food to eat, I would love to be able to offer that to them.
Okay. Are you gonna have like we can talk about it
And you
again.
asked me, I apologize. You asked me also about entertainment.
Just briefly, like we'd have a separate hearing for that,
Nothing
but
more
just
than maybe at just like some background music in the
okay.
restaurant and so forth.
Televisions probably to
Yes,
watch.
television, yes, correct.
But you don't plan on bringing like in bands or
Oh,
DJs?
no.
Okay. Okay. Those are all the questions I have.
Thank you.
When, Mr. Clayton, when do you propose to be open?
I apologize. I didn't hear you. Can you
When
repeat
do
your
you
question?
propose to be open? When do you plan to open?
She's asking when you plan to open.
Thank you, Ms. Joyce. So the goal would be to catch like the lunchtime. So maybe like around 11 a.m. getting started up until the evening to the night.
Sorry, Commissioner Saxon, is that what you were asking? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was actually talking about the restaurant itself, not your hours, but like when do you propose to actually be able to open the restaurant?
Oh, sorry. So currently I'm in a construction phase. As I said, it was quite a blighted property. There's expansive renovations happening right now to the restaurant and the residential spaces. So the goal would be, and we've been moving quite fast. The goal would be by like midsummer, going for like occupancy and so forth and making sure that all those things are taken care of. Late July, I would say. That would be a good estimate.
Thank you. I do see one more hand raised from a Winfield Warren Press. You may please provide your testimony. You'll have 2 minutes to do so.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Winfield Warren Press. I've been a longtime friend of Mr. Weston, business partner, colleague. We work currently in the same industry. And there are a couple of things that I think are important, similar to the testimony that's already been provided. Mr. Weston, his vision for his community, Roxbury. I'm a resident of Boston, also a school administrator for Boston Public Schools. His vision for his community in Roxbury is exactly the type of vision that our city councilors, our mayor, are asking for and are investing in folks who can bring businesses and opportunities to communities that provide for the needs of the communities. I've attended several of the meetings, with the community. We've heard all of, sort of the positive feedback as well as some of the requests to alter some of the plans. And I am fully in support of what Mr. Weston is proposing, what he is doing, because Roxbury and Mattapan, certain parts of Dorchester, are deficient of a number of resources, including restaurants and family-oriented establishments that are integral in other parts of the city, but are missing in some of these communities of color. So what he has undertaken with his own money, without the support of the city or any outside partners, is commendable and is worthy of full support. So I'm in full support of it, and I'm happy to see that a number of other members of the community of that neighborhood are also fully in support of this venture. That's my full testimony.
Thank you very much for your testimony. I will ask again, are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter who have not yet done so?
I have a question.
Hello.
Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
Okay. My name is Jamal Williams. I'm a longtime member and member of Clayton, as well as the community in Roxbury, Dorchester area. I am also on the board of the Greater Grove Hall Main Street, and within the initiatives that we do with economic development and so forth is to empower, new business and business owners to thrive within our community. So, I'll echo same sentiments that everyone has provided in favor of this as well. And so I just want to say that I'm also in favor as well.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Williams, for your testimony. Seems like someone else unmuted themselves at the same time. If you could please identify yourself, and you'll have 2 minutes to provide your testimony. If you can pop back up on the screen.
Hi, how are you? My name is Amalia Aline, and I am a resident of the Roxbury community. I just wanted to state that Mr. Weston has been a pillar in our community for many years for the youth and other adults. I believe that this would be a great asset to our community for the Caribbean and West American community. So I am in support fully of what's going on.
Thank you very much for your testimony. One last call. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? And are there any remaining questions from the board? Okay. With that, the board will take this matter under advisement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Calling item number 9, Cool Shade Jamaican Restaurant LLC, doing business as Cool Shade Jamaican Restaurant, located at 388 Blue Hill Ave in Dorchester, has applied for a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above. Cool Shade Jamaican Restaurant is a 2,800 square foot restaurant located on the first floor with 2 entrances and 2 exits. Dining area with seating for 18 in the front of the space, restroom in the rear of the space, and kitchen in the rear and right of the space. Alcohol will be stored in the kitchen area and will only be accessible by staff. Manager Andre Williams, closing time 11 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Good morning, Madam Chairperson, members of the board. My name is Andre Williams. I'm the owner and manager on the record of Cool Shale LLC. I'm a U.S. citizen and a resident of the Commonwealth. I'm familiar with the rules and regulation of the City of Boston licensing boards and the ABCC. I also have over 20 years of experience in the food and beverage industry. The community is 100% supportive behind me right now with this project. So Cool Shade Restaurant approximately open 2 years now, and we're in the Dorchester community. The people love our food, and we're doing pretty good right now. We do real authentic Jamaican food. So a lot of residents in the community, come in to support us and would want to sit and dine. And because we don't have the liquor license, we had to reach out to the board to try to fulfill the community request. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, their seating is for 18 people.
Yes.
And do you plan on keeping that number? Should you
Yes.
get license? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. And I'm just trying to see, how long have you been at this location?
2 years.
2 years, okay. And can you describe for me like what kind of alcohol, what your alcohol menu would be like to complement your Jamaican food menu?
Well, so we usually do a Jamaican special like rum punch. That's a mixed drink. And we also would like to do a lot of red stripe beers that Jamaican, complement our food, or jerk chicken, or oxtail. So a lot of people like mixed drinks or beers to complement their food.
Okay. Thank you. That's very, very helpful. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you have any questions?
Not at this time. I maybe after comments. Thank you.
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information on the community process. ONS had hosted an abutters meeting. It was lightly attended with no concerns raised. They met with the local civic association overseen by Mike Kozu, and that civic, I understand, was supportive of this proposal. As I mentioned, unaware of any concerns at this time, and with that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Hi, Danny. Kevin Higgins, Senator Miranda's office. Just want to convey the senator's support.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Yes, hi. My name is Venice, and I in favor of this new initiatives. Kosher Jamaican restaurant is unique. The food is great, and the ambience is great. It would be a great opportunity to have a full-service Jamaican restaurant in our Dorchester Roxbury community, as we don't have many options. Oftentimes, we find ourselves leaving our community and moving to other community to dine. We need to build our community, and we need more of this sort of restaurants in our community. I am fully in support of Andre's restaurant, and I believe that this will promote growth and unity in our neighborhood, and possibly increase employment. So I'm fully in support of this.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this matter under advisement as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's just come to my attention that the board did not ask the required manager of record questions for the previous applicant. Mr. Weston, are you still with us? I see you're here still on the participant list. We could just quickly, thank you very much. Chairwoman Joyce.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Mr. Weston, are you a citizen or do you have work authorization?
I'm a citizen.
Okay, do you live in Massachusetts?
Yes, I do.
Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Yes, 24 years of experience in the food and beverage industry.
Okay, are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that covers all 4 questions. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Weston. We are now officially done with item number 9 and item number 10 as well. We are now calling item number 11, AAA Restaurant LLC, doing business as AAA Restaurant, located at 3141 Washington Street in Jamaica Plain. Has applied for a common victual or 7-day all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above 1,186 square foot restaurant on a single floor building with 1 entrance, 1 exit. Upon entering, there is a dining area with seating for approximately 19, a service counter, kitchen, and 2 restrooms in the rear. Basement is approximately 500 square feet for storage only. Manager Paula Martinez. Closing time 11 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
I am. My name is Paula Martinez. I'm the manager of AAE Restaurant. I would like to thank all who have helped us with this process, and a special thank you to Wendy Law. We are so grateful for your guidance and support. I am a citizen of the United States. I'm a resident of the Commonwealth. I am familiar with the rules and regulations of the City of Boston Licensing Board. I completed the TIP and the Serve Safe Food program. I received my certificate for both. We had opened up a restaurant back in 2008, but we were open a few years We had to sell it later on because I got sick, and we opened up again in 2023. And we hope to acquire the liquor license to enhance our restaurant and offer better dining for our community.
Okay, you did a great job explaining your concept so far. Tell me a little bit about your menu, the type of, what
The
you're
menu-
envisioning.
The menu is like Hispanic food. We do pretty much everything from fried chicken to rice, beans. We do fish, we do salads, we do soups. It's a wide variety of steak, sandwiches, different kinds.
Okay.
We've been open there before and we were doing very well. It's just we had to sell. But we're opening up again, and our community knows us very well. We've been in that area for many years.
Okay. So it's going to be like a reimagining of your previous restaurant?
Yes, sort of, yes.
Okay. So the description says seating for about 19?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's around 19 right now. We are applying to see if they can give us for like 40, 49 people.
Okay. That's very helpful. So just for sharing information, so all these applications that we're hearing today are going to be grouped with all of the applications that are ready to go by the end of May. So do you have any idea of when your goal is to open? Should you get a license?
We should be opening up, I'm sorry, around June. Shouldn't take us that long. Around June,
Okay.
on the beginning of June, we should be opening up.
Okay, so just to give you guys some perspective, we have not scheduled the hearings yet, the voting hearings yet on these, so it might be a little, just to, your expectations of June, it could happen, but it might be a little bit longer, just the way the administration has phased in these licenses. So we won't be voting on this until sometime after May 23rd, and then there's the process with the ABCC, which it could take a couple of weeks, but they've been really good so far. So just for everyone who's on the agenda today, June might be an aggressive deadline, just so you understand. Okay. I don't have any other questions. Commissioner Carmona, Commissioner Saxon?
Yeah, not at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
None so far, although the manager of record questions, were they asked? Or do they need to be asked?
Excuse me?
I think, no, she did. She explained it herself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, she did a great job.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank
Covered
you.
in the initial presentation. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office deferred to the judgment of this board. Some background information on the community process. ONS had hosted an abutters meeting on December 4th of last year, was lightly attended, no concerns raised. They went on to meet with the Eggleston Square Neighborhood Association, which was supportive. From what I understand, I don't believe they've connected though they might have connected with the JPNC, but I don't believe they've presented at this time. With that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. I do see a hand raised from Michael Reiskind. Mr. Reiskind, you may please provide your testimony.
My name is Michael Reiskind. I live at 425 South Huntington Avenue in Jamaica Plain, member of the Jamaica Plain Neighborhood Council and chair of its Public Service Committee. We'd like to ask for a deferral of any decision in this request. We are scheduling a meeting, which we hope the Martinez can attend on May 6th, at which time we can look at all issues relating to AAA Restaurant. As she said, the Martinez family has operated AAA for many years as a restaurant. It's a small seating takeout place at that time. And I'd, uh, I'd like to sort of personally apologize. Paula Martinez did reach out to me in March. I have not gotten back to her to schedule this meeting. It's completely my fault, but I know she did go to the Eggleston Square Neighborhood Association. And with your deferring of everything until May 21st, I don't think it'll hold her up if you defer until our May meeting. The She is also having a separate expansion. It's a commercial space with residents above, and there were two storefronts on the first floor. And as I understand it, she's trying to expand to the other storefront, which would be nice, which would be the 49 seats. I'm not sure if that would be a two-step process at the licensing board if she is approved for a license for 19. But in any case, we're asking for a deferral to go over all these issues until May 6th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reiskind. And just to answer that, if she is approved for this 19 seat and later expands, that would be an alteration of premise application further down the road. So that can be handled through a secondary licensing approval. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Hi, Danny. Kevin Higgins on behalf of Senator Liz Miranda to convey her support for the applicant.
Thank you very much. I'll ask one more time. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you very much. And I apologize that we skipped over item number 10, now calling into the record. Item number 10, Gourmet Creole LLC, doing business as Dune and Pepe, located at 657 Washington Street in Dorchester, has applied for a common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above 1,732 square foot restaurant space on 2 floors with 1 entrance and 3 exits. First floor includes a dining area with seating for approximately 49, kitchen food prep area, and 1 restroom. Basement includes 3 dry storage rooms, walk-in cooler, walk-in freezer, prep area, and an additional restroom for employees only. Manager Natalie LaCour, closing time 12 a.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
I am present, Natalie LaCour. I also have Vanessa Blakely, who is my strategic advisor, and Oluwadari Oningbinde, who is my COO. And Danny, thank you so much for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. My name's Natalie LaCour. Good morning, Madam Chair and all the members of the board. I am the owner of Gourmet Creole. I am a U.S. citizen and currently reside in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Over the past 4 months, I have become educated on the rules and regulations of the City of Boston Licensing Board and the ABCC. I grew up in hospitality with my family's Haitian restaurant for over 22 years, and I have been operating my own food truck business here in the City of Boston since 2021. A little bit about Dune and Pepe. We are planning to open in the fall. It's going to be, like you said, 49 seats. And the menu is going to be a fusion of Dominican, Haitian, and Cuban food served tapa style. That's why hopefully we can get this liquor license because it'll be a great pairing for us to have drinks to pair with the food. So our goal is to provide elevated dining experience for all of the patrons in the neighborhood. We are one of few. There's not many sit-down dining restaurants here in the Common Square neighborhood. And I don't think any with a liquor license, to be quite honest. I think there's one restaurant, Fresh Food Generation, that does have a liquor license here. We have a decommitment to the community. We want to hire local. Students and veterans definitely are welcome. There's many benefits of having a liquor license, expanding the customer base, long customer stay, increasing revenue for Gourmet Creole and Dune Pepe, and it's a neighborhood demand. We want to keep people in the neighborhood to celebrate their birthdays, to celebrate graduation, baby showers, all of these amazing things. So That's one of the hopes and dreams of Dune and Pepe, to be able to provide for the community.
Thank you very much. We'll see if the board has any questions for you at this time.
Thank you. You did a great job explaining your concept. So it's going to be a 2-floor restaurant?
No, just 1 floor.
Okay. All right. And it'll be, the 49 seats will be in the dining room. There's no function space attached or anything like that?
No.
Okay. I might have questions after the public testimony, but you did a great job. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, same for me. No questions at this time.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information on the community process. ONS had done an abutters meeting for this proposal on February 4th. There were a handful of residents in attendance. Some residents had concerns just regarding a potential impact on parking and noise, some questions over what alcohol would be served in the establishment in the closing hour. There was a resident on that did speak in support, saying this is what we've been looking for in our neighborhood. They also received support from the Codman Square Neighborhood Council after they connected with them post a butters meeting. With that information, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Hi, Danny. Kevin Higgins on behalf of Senator Liz Miranda to convey support, and also just she wanted to add a personal note that this is an applicant who used her culinary talent and her entrepreneurial spirits to feed people throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, and also assisted over 900 families when we were experiencing the migrant crisis in Boston with new neighbors. And this is just an applicant who's been incredibly rooted in the community through all of her businesses and her community involvement. So thank you.
Thank you very much for that testimony. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
I would like to say my name is Vanessa Blakely. As Natalie mentioned, I've had the honor of getting to know this team and to work and help them in building out a sustainable business plan and making sure that they have a strategic effort around their business, around all of the many ambitions of this team. And I can say that I'm in full support of their application for the liquor license, particularly with their location being in Cotton Square in Dorchester. I'm a longtime Boston resident, and I feel that these neighborhoods need that vibrancy that Natalie and her team are going to bring in, and that are going to be so inclusive and relevant to the neighborhood and to the actual makeup of the neighborhood. And so many people that we talked to when we were going through this process expressed the desire to stay in their neighborhood and to have a beautiful place and to have something that they feel really proud of. That's not just operational or functional, but also happy and vibrant with the lights on and plants and colors, and making it so that we have that kind of creative approach to business, but also sustainability in the neighborhood. So I'm in full support of this, and I thank you all for all of your help and guidance.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter who have not yet done so? Any further questions from the board following testimony? Okay, with that, the board will take this matter under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Calling item number 12, Conrua LLC, doing business as Moe's Tavern and Kitchen, located at 571 to 575 Washington Street in Brighton, has applied for a common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above premise known as 575 Washington Street in Brighton. 1,200 square foot upscale gastropub on a single story with one main entrance and 2 exits. Will include an open floor plan with a long bar with up to 20 seats, as well as booths, banquettes, and high top seating for up to 50 guests. There will be an open kitchen located in the rear of the space. There are 2 ADA compliant bathrooms, and in the basement there will be an office, walk-in cooler, and storage. Manager Candace Dowling, closing time 1 a.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
I am. My name is Damien Dowling. I'm the owner, and my wife is Candace. She's going to be the general manager.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for being with us. If you could please present the proposed concept to the board.
Sure. We both already own two small neighborhood restaurants, one in Brookline and one in Cambridge. Both of them are called the Abbey. So we were hoping to do a similar concept, which would be like a neighborhood family friendly restaurant bistro, American style bistro, with a very varied and mixed menu. Anything from deviled eggs, burgers, sandwiches, steak frites, to fresh pasta, fresh seafood, so forth. It will have we were hoping to have a full menu till 12:30 every night, 7 days a week. With our other small restaurants, we feel that there is a niche market there for late night food from other workers, from hospital workers, from police, from other restaurant workers looking to get food after most restaurants close at 10 o'clock. So yeah, so that's our concept. It will be a very neighborhood orientated, family friendly restaurant. In the Oak Square area at the moment, there are numerous restaurants. Excuse me, but there are none that serve beer, wine, or liquor currently. So we were hoping to enrich the neighborhood. We are both 24-year residents of Brighton, Oak Square area. Our kids went to school here, so we're very much invested in the community.
Thank you. Thank you for that description. It's very helpful as we contemplate these applications. Mrs. Dowling, are you a citizen or do you have work authorization?
I am a citizen, yes.
And do you still live in Brighton?
We do.
Okay. Your husband explained your experience in the food and beverage industry. The last question is, are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board, ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth around sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
I might have some questions if there's after public testimony, but at this time, I'll see if Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon have any questions.
I have no questions this time. Thank you.
None for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information in the community process. ONS had hosted a butters meeting. Residents that were on were not opposed to the project, but there were concerns expressed about existing rodent problems in the area and asked that the applicant work with the landlord to ensure that trash is disposed of safely and securely. They went on to meet with the Brighton Alston Improvement Association that was very supportive of this proposal. With that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? I see a hand raised from a Joseph Walter. I'm going to ask you to unmute. You'll have up to 2 minutes to provide your testimony.
Good morning. Thank you for your time. My name is Joseph Walter. I live at 12 Montfort Avenue, which is right around the corner from the property. Fortunately, I was unable to attend the abutters meeting, so I apologize if my concerns were already addressed. I am very excited to see a new business going into that spot. It's been vacant for a while, and I'm a big fan of the Abbey, so I'm really rooting for them. However, the trash situation is really pretty bad. It's currently a bunch of plastic bins between their property and mine. They were chewed through, full of holes, and there are rats pretty much everywhere. I'm not sure that there's really room for a dumpster on the property, but there have been numerous trash complaints filed against that property for trash that's just left on the ground, as well as dirty mattresses left over the place. So if they can address those issues, I'm really rooting for them and hope they get this project approved. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Any follow-up questions from the board?
I have no questions at this time. Thanks.
There are no further questions. The board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And calling item number 13, Embrace Boston Inc., located at 1200 Tremont Street, has applied for a general on-premise all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above. The premise shall consist of a portion of the building on levels 1 and 2 and is proportionate share of the mechanical penthouse, totaling approximately 31,000 square feet, and use of outdoor pavilion, combined occupancy an estimated 5,000 square feet. Rooms will include a 6,000 square foot theater, 2,400 square foot gallery, 2,000 square feet for retail, 1,000 square feet for 3 to 5 offices and multi-use spaces. Manager Yuli Leonardi, closing time 11 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Hi, it's Yuli Chad, Embrace Boston, and I'm also joined by our COO, Duncan Remishili.
Thank you very much. If you could please present the proposed concept to the board.
Thank you, Danny, and also Madam Chair, members of the board. Special thanks to Ms. Law, Ms. Farrell, Ms. Janae, and the Lower Roxbury Neighborhood Association for their help in the process. So who we are, Embrace Boston is a 501c3 nonprofit. Our first project with the city was the Embrace Memorial, a monument representing the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott's meeting, falling in love in Boston, a time that helped shape their work in the civil rights movement. We unveiled the Embrace in the 1965 Freedom Plaza in January 2023 in the Boston Common. Since then, Embrace Boston has worked towards the intersection of arts and culture and research and policy through recurring community activations, festivals hosting local food vendors, performing artists, and a commitment to spatial justice and economic empowerment through social infrastructure. So the project specifically is Parcel 3 in Roxbury through the My City at Peace and HYM plan to develop this 7.8 acre lot into a hub centered in Black culture and intergenerational economic development and wealth building through affordable housing, job creation, and public art. Our piece within the development in Nubian Square is a 31,000 square foot cultural center, which includes revenue generating spaces, performance hall, event space for rent, commercial space for vendors, open seating, and a permanent rotating art gallery and flexible multi-use space.
Thank you. Anything further before we move to questions from the board? Great. With that, we will see if there are any questions. Chairwoman Joyce.
Excuse me. So let me just get the manager of record questions out of the way. Ms. Leonardi, are you a citizen or do you have work authorization?
Yes, I'm a citizen.
Do you live in Massachusetts?
Yes.
Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Yes, I was a supervisor, executive director of a K-8 public school where we had our own commercial kitchen and we made our food from scratch.
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board and the ABCC, the laws of the Commonwealth pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes.
Okay, so either you or Mr. Healy, could you just describe like how this license will help you with the programming you envision in the space? Like, how are you going to use the license? I understand what the space is, familiar with that. But tell me a little bit about how you plan on using this liquor license.
Well, we have every year been hosting our own festivals and conferences by having to rent other spaces. And so by having our own space, we would be able to provide our own food and beverage for these cultural events and where we're promoting BIPOC and women-owned businesses. And given the sort of economic disparities that we see in the retail and food and beverage industry, we want to include the liquor license as a component for our own events hosted by vendors, as well as we do have a plan to have a small business incubator. So to be able to provide the facility piece that while a small business might have the food and beverage piece or the kind of other kind of retail component, a cultural angle that we want to share representation, and then we'd be able to provide the license and the facility.
Okay. So are you still a little confused about your use of the license? Will it just be for special events? Are you having a cafe that sells alcohol every day? Is the entire facility open to the public? How do you plan on, you're talking about incubator space, like you're going to have an incubator food and beverage restaurant in there, or, I mean, it's one
Correct.
liquor license that you would be responsible for. So can you talk me through, I can't picture it right now.
So the goal would be to be able to house a regular either restaurant or cafe that would be run through some of the first and second floor. And so that housed restaurant or cafe, that would be regular use of the license.
I can jump in here too as well. Thank you for the time. We spent about 3 years now kind of designing this out, future casting, of course, as this development has come on and been in partnership with HYM and My City of Peace. And I think part of it is that, we've got architectural renderings and a business plan that's backed into it. And so we can share more of that with the committee if that's helpful to kind of visualize the concept. But it is something that we have done a deep dive into understanding the needs and wants of the community in terms of reaffirming what was once there at Connolly's and other entities, and also being a part of a larger community that is going to be developed there.
Okay, so back to the application for a general on-premise all alcohol license. You plan on having a restaurant though, too, as part of this?
Correct. We've got great partners that we've been building up, including Brockton Beer Company that is running their own thing. And so they would essentially be an anchor institute within this space and would be one of the primary restaurant components to this.
All right, so the space will have a primary restaurant tenant of some sort, and then you're gonna have a space for private functions. And so where's is there a kitchen?
Yeah, there's a whole back of the house kitchen. If you've ever been to Union Square and seen Bow Market, it's a similar like setup where there are shared kitchen spaces or there's dedicated kitchen spaces depending upon the needs of the tenants. And again, these are early stages, so we're just trying to future cast and make sure we've got the tools in place so as we start to build it out.
And I'll take a look at your floor plans and stuff, but if it's gonna be one liquor license over this entire space, so you're there's like rules around the connectivity of the spaces and the passage of alcohol from one place to the other. And I don't see anything in the application about a restaurant, so it looks like you're applying for a general on-premise license, which isn't something that can be, it doesn't seem like it can be used in the way you're describing, but I guess we can talk to you about that. I feel like I'm not fully prepared. I haven't done a deep dive into your application. But do you understand those rules?
Yeah, and we're happy to, again, continue the conversations and share other things. I think our architectural renderings also account for the blocking off of certain areas and making sure there is security measures and all that so that it isn't just an open, concept, that there are places where alcohol is consumed and then there are places where there's alcohol that is not.
Okay, I think we might need to work a little bit more on this one, but Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you have any questions?
Nothing additional at this time. Thank you.
No questions right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes. Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information in the community process. ONS had done an abutters meeting that was lightly attended, no concerns raised. As you heard, they connected with the Lower Roxbury neighborhood group, which was supportive of this proposal. With that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you very much. Those are all of the items before the board this morning. The board is set to vote tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Notice has been posted to the city's website. That will adjourn this hearing. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.